We all want to regain height that we have lost over time. And I'm going to be sharing with you a very specific routine to follow. And it's not just some classic mobility drills or how to squeeze your shoulders back and stand up tall, which can actually lead to more compensations and issues down the line. We're going to be targeting your fascia system. Now, this system connects our entire body together from all systems, structures, cells, muscle fibers. It's literally our three-dimensional matrix that holds us together. However, what can happen over time is we're trying to organize ourselves against gravity. And when we lean too far forwards, our body has to compensate against this. And our pelvis can tilt either anteriorly and then eventually even posteriorly. And now our upper body needs to figure out what to do with this. So we tend to collapse in the sternum, we shorten between the pelvis and our sternum, and our rectus abs become very tight. These ribs start to internally rotate and collapse in. We're losing that internal space, and then our head protrudes forwards. You can see such a big difference from collapsing like this to slowly regaining that height. Now, it's not just as simple as stand up straight and I'm just going to teach you how to align yourself. We need to literally decompress the connective tissue that has bound us in this alignment, that has become sticky, compressed. We need to be able to release those adhesions, release that compression, and put the space back. And that's what I'm going to be showing you, a very highly effective fascia decompression technique, but we also need to incorporate breathing strategies to help maintain this space. So we are going to be focusing a lot in the rib cage, the spine, the neck, but we're also going to be taking into consideration the pelvis. For this routine, all you will need is either a block from block therapy or a tightly rolled up towel for these fascia decompression techniques. This routine is designed for you to perform either every day or multiple times per week, and perform this for at least 1 to 2 weeks. Before you get started, actually measure your height and see if you've noticed any changes after you've performed this the first session and then every few days or so. You might also want to take some before and after photos to see how your posture and your alignment has also changed. Now, for the first position, we're going to be working in the belly. And again, the reason why is because we have lost that space between the pelvis and the sternum. These rec abs, our six-pack abs, have gotten really tight and they're just used to that position. It's not just the abs, it's the connective tissue that's binding us down. Now, we have a fascial meridian in our superficial front line that connects all the way from the neck down to the pelvis. So if this is really tight and pulling us down, if we can create a release here, we might even feel a release all the way up through the neck. So again, grab your rolled up towel or a block from block therapy. I'll just be using my block here. And for the first position we're going to be doing, we'll have it horizontal and directly over top of our belly button. Now, the first thing I want you to do is stay up on the elbows and connect to your breath, breathing in and out through the nose. Now, as you inhale, nice and slow and gently, feel the belly and the rib cage starting to expand. As you exhale, really soft and gently make that belly nice and small. So as we inhale, we want to feel some expansion being created. As we exhale, we're going to start feeling the block getting a little bit deeper into the core. So I mentioned we're on our elbows initially to start. Stay here for about a minute or so, and then I'm going to be guiding you through a little bit of a different movement here. So once we've settled in, I want us to bring ourselves a little bit closer to the floor and just feel the sensations right now. It might feel a little bit more intense. So let's stay here for a few breaths, and then once you've done so, I want you to very slowly push into the floor. Only come high enough I don't want any pain in your back occurring anywhere else. We should just be feeling the pressure and sensation in the belly. And we're just gonna hang out here. Now, as we're here, I want you to grip and pull your upper body a little bit further away from your lower body. That sounds weird, but this is gonna help us create a little bit more length in the belly and the lumbar spine. And we're just gonna hang out here for about 3 to 5 breaths. So I want you to do that about 3 to 5 times. So you're gonna be coming down to the ground, stay here for a little bit, and then you're gonna come up, pull yourself a little bit further away, and then stay here for 3 to 5 breaths. Once you spent about 3 to 5 minutes here, a lot of 3 and 5s in this routine, then you can exhale up and off. So for the next position, we're gonna be working in the ribs. We're gonna be doing a position on both the right and the left side rib cage. Now what also happens is we can become lateralized and shifted to one side. So one side can be more compressed than the other. If you're unsure which side you're more compressed on, you can just do both. Now what we're gonna be doing here is starting to put the space back into the rib cage that we have lost. Think of our ribs. As we collapse more and more, they literally become closer together and internally rotate. We want to teach them to start to externally rotate and gain that space back. So let's position the block or the towel just below the pec and wrap it around to the side like this. You can have it lower or higher, but this is a really good starting point. Now, as we're here, I want you to be on your elbow to start. What this is doing, this is very interesting. We are side bending to the left. Think of an accordion. We are compressing here intentionally and opening up the right side of the rib cage. So now we're gaining this external pressure from the block, but I'm gonna be teaching you how to breathe into this space to help create some internal pressure and expansion to also help maintain the space and make this more effective. So when you're ready, the elbow can be not just directly under your shoulder, it can be a little bit further away for this position. Exhale fully, feel those side abs engage, and I want you to very slowly and gently inhale through the nose and just direct that breath into that right side of the rib cage. And you're gonna feel a lot of expansion going on. You're gonna feel a little bit more pressure building up, and that's a good thing. If it's too intense, just ease off and do this at a less intensity. Once you spend 3 to 5 breaths here, we're gonna come on down to the floor and we're just gonna relax here for about 3 to 5 breaths and just let the block or the towel just sink in and do its thing. So you're gonna be performing about 3 to 5 breaths up like this, 3 to 5 breaths down on the floor, and do that about 3 to 5 times. Pretty easy to remember with all these 3 to 5s. Once you're ready, nice and slow, exhale up and off. That should take you about 3 to 5 minutes. Who would have thought that? It's also 3 to 5. So then you're gonna perform that on the other side. And once you've done that, now we want to start focusing more on some extension in the spine. When we are so collapsed here, we want to be able to strengthen some of these weaknesses while also creating some expansion in the front part of the chest because this has become collapsed. The sternum has become depressed. So let's lay flat on our front. And first thing I want you to do is have your elbows a little bit wider and then create a diamond with your thumb and your index finger like this. Now, to get started here, we're gonna start more towards the floor. So our head's gonna be resting on the floor. Now, one vertebrae at a time, I want you to be looking up. So you're gonna feel that natural curvature in your neck, and then you're gonna come up a little bit higher, and you're only gonna come up as high as you can. You should not be feeling pain. You might feel some cramping. You might feel your muscles working, which is great, because I want you to use your muscles to pull yourself up. You want to strengthen some of these weaknesses. As we are also doing this, I want you to feel your pelvis is tucking underneath you slightly. This is more that posterior pelvic tilt, and that's going to anchor us more to the floor. You will probably feel, and you should feel, your glutes engaging a little bit here. And we're just going to stay up here and hold this for about 3 to 5 breaths. As you are inhaling, I want you to feel more of the chest is expanding with air. Now, this isn't a chest breather. We're still using our diaphragm. So to do this correctly, exhale fully and completely. Feel these side abs engaging. Lock that in place. Then nice and slow, inhale through the nose very gently and just start guiding that air up into that chest. Make sure you're just pushing away slightly. You're maintaining that natural curvature in the neck. We're not looking down. I want you to be kind of gazing about 5 feet in front of you on the floor, and hold that. Now you're going to be coming back down to the floor, and I want you to do the exact same thing. You're going to be doing that about 3 to 5 total times. So this whole routine, we're just going to call it the 3 to 5 because it's a common theme here. So for the routine breakdown, this is what you're going to be doing. You're going to be spending 3 to 5 minutes in the belly position, and then you're going to be spending 3 to 5 minutes on each of the side ribs. If you know that one side is definitely more compressed, spend more time there. You can double up on that, and that's going to really help balance you out and create even more height in more of a symmetrical way, even though it's a symmetrical approach. And then we are doing the thoracic extension with the breathing. Now you're going to be doing, again, 3 to 5. You're going to be holding for 3 to 5 breaths in the extension, and you're going to do about 3 to 5 repetitions of that entirely. So I hope you enjoyed this. Make sure you take those photos and seeing if you're making any change. Let me know in the comments if you're actually noticing a change in your height, and that would be pretty awesome. So we'll see you in the next video.